What all? How are you today? All well and good, I hope. So today, in the car, just about to walk up the road to a small piece of woodland. And honestly, it's a bit of a potluck day today. It's very, very wet. There's a good breeze. The weather is not looking like it's going to let up anytime soon. I'm just going to see what I get. You know, it's one of those situations where you think, oh, I'm going to stay in, I'm going to get on with other things. But it's those times where you do push yourself, even if you're not convinced there's going to be much to take away from it. It's those situations that often give you something quite nice. Anyway, let's have a look, see what happens. So today I'm keeping it really, really simple. I've got one camera, Nikon D800 on this occasion, and two lenses. I've got a 50mm f1.8 and a 35mm f1.8. I love working with these fixed focus prime lenses. It forces you as the photographer to look for opportunities around the scene, to move around, to use nature's zoom, some people call it. Your legs getting closer, coming further away, just picking out those details. It also, on a personal level, is much more fitting, I find, when I'm in the woodland and it's me experiencing this environment. I don't want to be bogged down with zoom lenses and gadgetry and all this sort of thing. I just like to keep it nice and simple and see what I come away with. Now, there aren't really any rivers in this woodland, so when I see areas like this where water has gathered in a little ditch or a gully, I try to see what I can come away with. Here, there's not a lot going on. There's a bit of colour with the moss, there's obviously the reflection with the stark trees, so I'm getting the balance between freezing the water, any movement there might be in the water, but also trying to keep it nice and sharp front to back. So I'm shooting ISO 400 f16. Now, of course, at this time of year, there's not all the foliage on the trees, and so any colour that I can inject into the pictures is a win. So you can see here I've got these very old trees here with the moss growing on them and the bark is very gnarly. That's what I'm going to focus on now. Work this area, maybe mostly vertical perhaps, but I might try some horizontal shots just to see how that works. But it's that colour that I can bring out of that scene, albeit very minimal. That's what I'm focusing on. Okay, so this is a great example of a situation where I wish I had a different lens with me. I've got the 50, that's the closest I can get, that's the most magnification. I really wish I had my macro lens though, because on this tree stump I've got ivy, moss, there's a cobweb, there's the water droplets that are just held in place there. I can get down to about 0.5 of a metre with this particular lens. It's not the end of the world, I'm going to get as close as I can. There's enough detail with the resolution of this camera that I'll be able to crop if I want. Another day I will go for a walk out purely thinking about macro and close-up photography, but today, with this sunlight just starting to break through, I think I might be able to save the situation. Now, I don't know about you, but whenever I'm out taking pictures, and especially when I'm on my own, I kind of always forget to stop and have a coffee or have some lunch. And for anyone that kind of feels that this happens quite a lot, don't worry. Please don't worry. It is a wonderful, wonderful thing to find a hobby, a pastime, a career that you are so kind of involved in, so tunnel vision, so focused in, that other things around you just kind of peel away. Lunch, appointments. I'm not saying you should miss appointments, but that can happen too. But it's a good thing. It's a really good thing. Enjoy what you do. So if you look at this tree behind me, you can see that the sun, where it's striking it, is really nice dappled light. And what that's doing, it's separating the tree from the background where the foliage is darker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expose for the tree. That is then going to drop the foliage behind darker, because obviously there's that light difference, and it should be really nice, simple, strong composition. So that's me done for today, as the wind picks up and the sun shines. I was really hoping for a bit more dramatic weather, if I'm honest. I wanted some rain and some darker cloud and just pockets of light, but do you know what? We take what we're given. I hope you have found it interesting, maybe got a few tips along the way about my little setup here. One camera, one lens, or maybe two lenses. I didn't really use the 35mm much in the end, maybe for 4 shots maybe. If you've got any questions, anything that's piqued your interest in this video, do let me know. But for now, whatever you're doing, wherever you're doing it, have a great day, take some great pictures, and I'll speak to you all very soon.